Are you ready to start growing your business from $0 to $10,000 per month in this step-by-step tutorial for online arbitrage? Whether you're a newbie or a seasoned professional, I'm going to share with you all the tips and tricks that I've used in my business to help you maximize your profits and to tell you what to focus on to really get results. My name is Thomas Parkinson. I'm a 7-figure Amazon seller in the UK and also in the USA. I've managed to do this whilst building a team and traveling the world. And I'd like to share a lot of this information on Fast Track FBA YouTube channel. So first thing first, let's talk about the model. Online arbitrage. You're basically buying low, reselling high for a profit. Generally speaking, what you're looking to do is find products that are pretty much about half the price. This will generally lead you to about a 30 to 40% ROI. So say for example, if I invested $100 right now, and I'm going to get a 30% ROI, I would make my $100 back, plus about 30% on top of that, so I get an additional $30. Number one, you're going to need a professional selling account. You can get the individual one, but you are not going to be eligible for the buy box, and you just really want to be getting the sales. The buy box is where 80 to 90% of all the sales come from, and getting that professional selling account from day one is going to really help you out. Now, number two, I'm going to really explain to you the FBA model. That's fulfillment by Amazon. This is whereby you're going to buy your products, ship them into Amazon, and Amazon will then ship them to the customer. Now, you can use another model called FBM. It's a little bit more complex, and I'm sure you've got other things in your life that you need to get on with, and FBA is just going to speed up, and also it's going to help you get sales quicker, generally speaking, because you're going to be eligible for the buy box, because FBA sellers get a higher chance of winning the buy box versus FBM at the same price. I can go into it all details, but I'm not going to. You can do some more research around that if you want to know more about the benefits of FBA versus FBM. But for the purpose of this, we'll talk about FBA. Third thing you're going to think about are what tools do you need to get. Number one is going to be SaaS or Seller Ramp. We use it in our business and we really like it. It's very fast. I'll drop a link down below. Number two, you're going to need Keeper. This helps you understand the historical information about a product on Amazon, and it's going to let you know whether the price today is a good price or maybe a historical high. Now, the one thing which you're going to hear about is everyone's going to talk about repricer, profit and loss software. You don't need any of these because you can buy them once you start selling products. But right now, you need to be finding products, so hold fire. You can buy those tools later on, save the money right now for the products to buy. Now, the next step you might be asking is how do I actually get finding the products to buy? And if you haven't looked already and haven't seen other videos, which I'm sure you have, I'll give you a very quick summary of probably one of the best methods you can use, which is called storefront stalking. Let me jump on the computer right now and I'm going to share with you exactly what you might want to be looking for as you go through this process. This is a product that I found before, and I'd really recommend you should start with a product or a deal that you have found already, which is going to be helpful. Now, once you jump on, if you're using the Seller Ramp or SaaS Chrome extension, you're going to be able to see this sidebar. And what I'd really recommend for you is literally just scroll down the side and start having a look at the FBA sellers. I'm really going to be looking for an FBA seller with probably around 50 to 100 reviews. I can see right here, this guy's got about 19, actually could be an FBA seller. So I'm going to jump in there and have a look. Maybe about 20 to 50, I'll be okay. So I have a quick look at him and I'm going to see what other things he's selling. Now I can kind of look at the product mix and I'm like, okay, this is interesting. This person's selling some products which seem a bit varied. I can even see up here, you got like Nike, Adidas, Puma. I'm quite interested in this person. Why? It's likely that he's got other deals which are going to help me find more profitable products. Now the one thing I'm going to be looking at as I go through is really these graphs. I'm going to be looking at this orange line and really I'm going to be looking at the ones that are either going up or pretty much straight. The very nature of online arbitrage is the fact that you're going to get a lot of competition. So where it starts going down, 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 I'm going to be skipping those because it looks like there's a lot of competition on them. Might not be, but I'm not going to go into them. So again, I'm just going to be kind of looking for ones whereby maybe they're looking a bit more flat, level. I can say, actually, that could be a profitable one. Like here, this one looks pretty level. If we kind of scroll down, I can have a look through. If I've noticed anything which I've seen, this one's actually going up. Generally, what I'm going to be doing is loading up the Google search window and the Amazon. And you can see here, it's got price. I'm going to be asking myself, do I think I can get that for this price? Max price there, $22.67. We're going to quickly look on here and see what happens. Well, interesting enough, straight away, I can see this product here. I want to make sure, is that the actual product? We'll have a quick skim. This looks like possibly off not the right size. Doesn't look like the right product. So we probably want to go through and keep going. Again, I'm looking for about $22. Could be an option there. What about 24 here? I could maybe layer it on with like a coupon code or maybe even the discount card. These are other things which can help. But again, I'm going to be looking through these different products, trying to find products which are going to be profitable. So not that one. This one's 42. And again, they're looking about max price of £20 or $20, should we say. That's the product that I'm looking for. So 24, perhaps maybe these guys have got a discount code. They're going special offers. So perhaps maybe I can sign up for them and get 10, 20% off, see what happens. Even 10% off there, that's going to be about 22. If I look at this guy is probably what, 40 right now, 22. It's going to be like $5 profit, which isn't great, but ideally I want to be looking at 35. Now, what I just just did is I scrolled down here and I noticed this product here, the Adidas, as you say, men's slides. And I literally had a quick look on that one. And I noticed over here, you can get it actually on Sam's Club for like $14. Loaded that up and you can see size 10 right here, $14. And when I came straight across here, one thing I noticed is actually you got Amazon on the listing, but you can actually sell this size 10. Let's go in. I think Amazon are even off the listing on this one. So you can see here, this is actually going for like 39, even up to like 44. You're going to be picking that up for like 15 bucks. You're going to be making $8 profit. Now that's really simple. You can just literally storefront stalk people and find similar products, which is going to work. And obviously a lot of the sales volume are going to be working. But again, we're looking for those products whereby that price isn't crashing down. Now this leads me on to my second chapter, which is the two big problems that you are going to face as an Amazon seller. Now everyone asks me this question. Number one, where do I buy from? Where do I source? Well, storefront stalking is amazing, but what I really recommend is checking the suppliers against my top 100 supplier list. These are the main suppliers where we've been buying our products from that's helped us in the USA to get over $1 million in sales. And all I'll do is I'll drop a link down below. You can download that. Now, the second one you're going to struggle with is what's known as gating or restricted. In Amazon, when you first start selling, Amazon puts a gate or restrictions around categories and brands, and that causes you a problem because you cannot sell them. Now, I've written a 22-page guide to helping you get ungated. It's going to help you with all the suppliers that you need for all the categories and one supplier that is working for everything. And what I'll do is I'll drop that down below, and that's free as well. You can access that ungating guide. Now, the one bit of advice I'll give you about getting ungated is even if you have followed the guide correctly and done everything correct, Amazon might still reject you. Keep submitting those invoices. We had $50,000 worth of Nike products within Amazon selling fine. Then one day they restricted us. We had to resubmit the same invoice 10 times to get ungated. That was like incredible. And oh my God, it was so much stock tied up. The third chapter I want to talk about for you is the tools to be thinking about. I'm going to go through later on some tools which are going to help you 10x your profitability, and I'll talk about them later. But right now, there's one tool that I think I would like to add to my list that you should be getting outside of Seller Amp and Keeper, which is obviously a must-have. The third tool is DS Amazon Quick View. I really like this. It's a Chrome extension. It just makes it so much easier to see an overview of the products to see if Amazon's on the listing. Ideally, we want to stay away from that and the number of competitors. Ideally, we want some competitors, but not too competitive. The next two tools I'm going to recommend for you are, I don't think you should get straight away. I think you should get them once you are started selling. The first one is going to be a profit software, which is going to help you analyze your profitability of your products. Now, you might be thinking, Tom, can I not just use an Excel spreadsheet? Trust me, don't even bother. Don't waste your time. It's actually really complex and no one does it. Tool that I'd recommend is either Seller Board or Seller Toolkit. Seller Board, I'll drop a link down below where you get a 2-month free trial. And my top tip for you is do not sign up to it until you've made your first sale. The moment you sign up, that trial starts. Why not wait until you've made the first sale, then sign up for it, and then you can use the 2 months from that point onwards. The second one I'd recommend possibly is Seller Toolkit. And again, there'll be a link down below. It'll give you a 15-day free trial. It's one that I use as well. You don't need both, just use one of them. Now, the second tool I'm going to recommend for you will be a repricer. Once you started making sales, you can reprice manually. But once you get to like 20 SKUs or 20 different ASINs, it's going to be too much work. So get a simple repricer. Get something like Be Cool, which is just going to help you out. They have a $25 per month option, and it's going to just move your prices around within your min-max. So keep it within that range, and it's going to make sure that you are on that buy box making sales. It's going to help you drive that revenue closer to 10,000. Now, the fourth chapter I want to talk to you about is the exact numbers you need to be working on. Now, I know I'm pretty sad. I put together a small presentation to help you out with just 3 slides, which are going to give you some key numbers to be focusing on every single day. That's going to help you towards that $10,000 mark. So let me show it to you now. Now, if you want to do the roadmap to 10,000, you're generally going to be buying a product for half the price which you are selling it for. And for example, buying this product, your sneaker, you're going to be getting it for 42, selling it for 84. That's pretty much a general rule that you're going to be working to. I tell you this because this is going to help you understand what you need to do. If you are looking to make $10,000 in sales, you're going to need to be spending about $5,000 on stock. What does that break down to? Let's make it a little bit easier. If you're going to spend $200 a day on stock over 25 days, you're going to hit that $5,000 spend Once that stock's sold, you're now going to make $10,000 in sales. So what can I recommend for you? Focus on spending just $200 per day over 25 days. If you work on the weekends, you are going to achieve that $10,000 in sales. Keep that up and keep spending more and more. You are going to get there, and that's going to really help you out. Now, my fifth chapter, I really want to focus on the 3 things which are going to make a real difference to the business, which I think you need to understand. Number 1, we talked about it earlier on, $200 per day. That should be the number that you're focusing on. Very simple. You can double it if you hit 400. You're now going to do it in about 12 and a half days. This is the spend target you should be going for. This is something you can achieve every single day. It's going to help you out. And as part of your Amazon journey, whether it be 10,000, 100,000, or even 1 million, it all just comes down to hitting targets every single day. Now, the next one I'll talk about is ROI, return on investment. I talked about it earlier on. What should you be aiming for? Ideally, you're looking for about 35% ROI. This is going to make sure that you're churning enough profit, covering your costs. That's going to be the key metric. When we look in Seller Toolkit, you're going to see that number, which is about 35% ROI. That's going to be key for you to making sure that you're making good profits. Now, the third thing I want to share with you that's going to really make a difference is actually the speed of your inventory. People don't really talk about this, but it's a really key part. What you're trying to understand is how long does it take from the product you buy today before it goes on sale in Amazon. Generally speaking, it's going to be about 2 to 3 weeks. So if you spend $200 today, that $200 won't go on sale for another 2 weeks. So just understand that. You can reduce that down. That's going to turn your money faster. If you go really slowly, i.e. the supplier has a delay, it's going to take a lot longer. So try and keep that number as small as possible. Now, a top tip for you is if you are using a prep center, keep an eye on how quick they're shipping out your shipments. You want to get these out fast because this is going to help turn your money quicker. Another thing you want to probably be thinking about is focusing on faster selling items rather than slower selling items. Now, let me show you a couple of keeper charts, which is going to help you understand the difference between a fast selling and a slow selling item and what to look for when you're sourcing your products. Now, this is a Lego product that I found previously. And if you scroll down, and I'm literally only going to be looking at the keeper chart, and I'm going to be looking at this sales rank. This is the green line. It kind of gives you an idea of how fast things are selling and the rank at which it is on Amazon. Now, the closer it is to the bottom, or 0, should we say, on this right-hand axis, means the faster it's selling. So this product right now, especially after May the 24th, is selling really fast. Let me show you another example. Now, this Lego product, which is a Porsche, this is selling not as fast because we can start to see those lines where they're kind of going arching up, down, arching up, down. This means this product is selling slower. And generally speaking, for each arch, we'll generally say it might be 1 or maybe 2 or 3 sales, but it's not that many. The other one was selling a lot faster. Now, a final one you might see is where you see a line like this. This is where it's going to the moon. This is basically not selling at all. It's just going up and up and up. If I were to actually zoom out on this graph over the last year, what you are going to see is that actually this sales rank is kind of only making a few sales. And if I had to guess, I would say the last time this product sold was in December. That is definitely a slow selling product. Do not be buying grass like this. Okay, so this leads me nicely onto my 6th chapter, and that is going to be the 5 hacks that are going to help you 10x your profits. First things first, the one I want to really talk about is when you're buying. This is going to be key, getting the best buy price. Now, what do I mean? Cashback websites. Now, there are 3 key cashback websites we use within our business. There are lots of them, but these are the 3 main ones. They track really well, and they generally give you the best rates. Number 1 is Rakuten. Number 2 is Top Cashback, and number 3 is Be Frugal. They're the 3 that we're using, and these Chrome extensions really help you out. Now, on top of the cashback, my second hack I'm going to recommend for you is getting coupons. Now, the best Chrome extension I can recommend for you is going to be the Capital One Shopping Chrome extension. This gives you the most coupon codes and actually can really help save you a lot of money by bringing down the buy price. That's going to help you out. Coupon codes are going to bring down the buy price. Cashback is going to give you a percentage of that price back. And yes, you can use them together. Even though they say you can actually. And most of the time we see they track and there's no problems at all. Now, another tip or hack I'm going to recommend for you when you're using coupon codes is what's known as catch-all email addresses. Now, if you don't know what a catch-all email address is, it's whereby you can email any variation to a certain domain and they'll all come into the one inbox, i.e. catching all emails. If you've got a Gmail account, you don't even need to worry about setting these up. You can use the hack whereby if you were to do tom+1@gmail.com and tom+2@gmail.com and tom+3@gmail.com, anything after the plus doesn't matter and it disregards the plus as well. So all those 3 email inboxes or addresses, any emails sent to them would all go into into the tom@gmail.com. If you've got a Gmail, try it now. I think you'll love it. Now, why is this important? You can use a coupon code multiple times by using different email addresses, creating maybe a new welcome sign up email. It's just going to allow you to keep using those coupon codes. Top tip for you though, just put a few orders through first of all until you realize that actually the supplier is going to be okay with that. Don't try and run 50, 100 orders through. You're likely to get them cancelled. Now, my third hack for you is going to be gift cards. Now, we've already talked about getting cash back on purchases. We talked about coupons, reducing down the price, but gift cards can actually be game changing. You can save 5, 10% off the buy price of the normal listings. Why? Because you've actually bought a gift card at a 10% discount. Now, there are 4 top websites I'd really recommend for you checking out if you are thinking about getting gift cards, and these can again bring down your buy price and making you more profits. Now, the first one I recommend for you is Card Cookie. The second one I'm going to recommend for you is Card Cash. The third one I recommend to you is Rakuten, and they have a gift card section on there as well. And then the final one is a general one where you can find other providers called Gift Card Wiki. That's going to help you find other providers as well. But I would recommend for you just make sure you're buying from reputable gift cards, not ones where you're likely to lose money. There are some unscrupulous ones out there. Do your due diligence. Now, my fourth hack for you is going to be using credit cards. If you can't use gift cards, you definitely should be using credit cards. In my business, we use Amex, and you can even use like the Capital One Spark card. A lot of people use that, and even the Chase Sapphire Rewards. Not only do they give you cash back, they can give you points, which is amazing. And I've traveled first class many times because of the cashback rewards. And number 2, you get protection with the credit cards, which you don't get with debit cards. And that alone should be a reason why you're doing it. Unfortunately, fraud does happen. You will find bad websites, so protect yourself, use a credit card, or if not, and you can't do that, try PayPal at least. That will help you out. Now, the fifth hack I want to recommend for you that's going to 10x your profitability using a prep center in a sales tax-free state. Now, if you live in a high tax state, what you're going to realize is that shipping stuff to your house, you're going to have to pay sales tax on it, which is going to cost you a lot of money. I've got an example right here of whereby I'm going to be shipping to New Hampshire versus Louisiana. And you're going to see the difference in price that you're going to have to pay if you are buying just from Walmart. Now, this product here is one slider. That is it. All I'm going to be seeing is this one product. Normally, it's going to be $40, and I'm like, fantastic. And because I'm going to be shipping it right here to New Hampshire, I'm paying 0 sales tax on this product. So my total price that I'm paying is going to be $40. If I happen to, live in Louisiana, then I'm going to have to pay the sales tax there, which is nearly 10%. And guess what? They're going to add that onto the cost of my goods. So now, instead of paying $40, I'm now going to be paying the $40 plus the sales tax is $3.38. That's going to be about 30 or 33 at the end. That's going to be costing me a lot of money, and that means actually I could have shipped it to a prep center and paid the prep center and still saved money and had more time myself. So if you are looking to do this, do think about using a prep center in a sales tax-free state. Now, the final hack I'm going to share with you, and I did say I was only going to share 6, but I'll give you a 7th one, is join a community. Like the Fast Track FBA Facebook group, we've got one for the UK and the USA. It's going to really help you out understanding what you need to know, and you're just going to absorb so much knowledge from other people. I'll drop a link to my free community down below where you can check us out, ask questions, and learn so much more. Now, if you want to learn more about selling on Amazon, do make sure you hit the subscribe button down below and follow me. And hey, do think about checking out my top Amazon seller program where you get live weekly calls with myself and my team, and we're supporting you in scaling your Amazon business. I'll drop a link down below. But for myself, Thomas Parkinson, and Fast Track FBA, thank you very much.